I really developed this show as that radio show, this television show, as that radio show that I never had.
Okay, James, I guess you've been responsible for more dance music than any other.
It's in my soul, brother. It's in my soul. Hit me! Good Lord!
James Brown was the funkiest brother that ever lived. He got to be the godfather of soul because he earned it. You know, he's just the funkiest, you know, band leader, writer, singer. I mean, have you ever heard funkier vocal licks than James Brown? I mean, this is a man's world. I mean, what is that about?
This is a man's world.
My biggest favorite back then, because James Brown was the man, was when James Brown did his thing live with the whole band, everything. So JB was the man then. So all my memories were James Brown, James Brown, James Brown.
The most important thing about Soul Train is that it airs the feelings and emotions of the audience in which it reaches.
Okay, we call these seats hot seats because instead of me interviewing you, you'll be interviewed by the Soul Train gang, and needless to say, they're not likely to ask the same questions that I would ask. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, first question.
How do you like being the only girl?
It's a gas most of the time, but these fellas can be a headache, you know.
Is it true that you're going to be teaming up with Elizabeth Taylor to do a film?
No.
My name is Brenda Hill, and I'd like to know, what is your astrological sign?
Taurus.
What else do you like to do besides singing at your spare time?
Well, I'm kind of sensual, you know, and I enjoy.
What is your definition of soul?
Soul is a deep expression of exactly what you feel inside, and the way you present it is definitely important.
How about it, gang, for Al Green?
Al Green has many voices. And if you listen to him sing, you may hear 5 or 6 voices in the same verse. That's soul singing from the church at its ultimate best.
It's all right with me, 'cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. And they say, sing, baby, since we've been together, ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to.
Over the years, more than just Soul Train is the name, it's Don, that really has made a difference in my career and in my life, and I really care about him. His 25th anniversary, it's very sweet, yeah? Because, you know, like it's been many years, it seems much more than that. And also what it has meant to my children, you know. When I left to start having my babies, you know, Soul Train was always there. And the dancers and the fashion, because they created a lot of the fashion. And so it's a very special, this is special.
Soul Train probably became quite popular because of Don himself, Don Cornelius being the gentleman, the smooth talker, having the charisma, and having a fantastic idea for young people to be able to just do their thing and play the good music. Soul Train was just where it was at.
Happy mind, happy sight, making money all the time. My LD and just me for all junkies to see. Ghetto Prince is my thing, making love's how I swing. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
It had all the music groups that were on top, from Aretha Franklin to the Temptations to the up-and-coming artists, so that you got a mixture of new groups that were on the cutting edge. You got a chance to see the latest dances, and I think all the beautiful girls. That was one of the favorite reasons for me and the fellas to watch the show, and that Soul Train line.
My favorite Soul Train memory, the Soul Train line.
Right now, we'd like to hit you to the Soul Train line. It gives everybody a chance to kind of style a while, and something you might want to get into on your own at parties or dances.
Every Friday night, I couldn't sleep. I'd wake up 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Soul Train didn't come on until 11, but I would wake up because I'd be looking for the latest dance, all the lovely women, and of course, the latest records. So Soul Train kept me up on Friday nights all through my youth, and until this very day, I'm just a big Soul Train dancer.
Soul Train memory is probably the first time I went down the Soul Train line. I think that that was the height of it for me because I didn't know what I was going to do. And I just saw all the other ladies going down like, you know, hoochie mamas. So I was like, all right. And I just started going down that line like, and I was so scared and there was so much fear all over me. And Don loved it. He loved it and he just started screaming, go back again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Being 19 years old and going down the Soul Train line for the first time in my life, I think that that was the height of the height. It was hilarious. God, I was so embarrassed.
David Bowie, at a time when Soul Train was considered a target-oriented program with limited appeal, with a limited audience. David Bowie was a huge star and decided he wanted to come on Soul Train, and we were not only flattered by it, but it was a milestone in terms of public awareness of our show. The same thing occurred with Elton John. These are people who graced our stages at a time when I'm sure people asked them, well, why would you want to do that?
As a kid, you know, it was the fashions that I grew up on. It was the hairstyles where with the other shows there was a more conservative look. And I just think that as a kid coming up, you know, it was just the fun of it, and I could identify with the kids. And so through every year, I still watch the show.
My favorite memory of Soul Train is the letter scramble, where you take those letters and you try to figure out whose name it was, and, you know, it was always a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite memories of Soul Train, and Don Cornelius's hair.
The most difficult challenge or hurdle when we were starting out is the most difficult challenge today. There are some stations that just don't feel that they can justify carrying a program like Soul Train that targets minorities at all, and many of those who are willing to carry it won't carry it in a quote-unquote good time period. So that was the difficulty back in the early 70s, and it still is difficult today.
U-N-I-T-Y, that's a unity. U-N-I-T-Y, love a black woman from infinity to infinity.
future of Soul Train is the future of soul music. As long as soul music remains as vibrant and as exciting and as popular worldwide as it is, there will always be a reason, a basis for having a Soul Train. Whether it'll always be there, I don't know, but it is directly tied to the success of soul music.
Come on and get with us next week on these same stations, and you can bet your last money it's all going to be a Stone Gas, honey. I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love, peace, and soul.